back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a tutorial on the look that I am wearing. I really had no idea what I wanted to do. I knew that I wanted to do something with a burgundy gold shades and I wanted to hit that fall vibe, and that's pretty much what I did. And I toggle back and forth between both of these palettes. This is Divine by Bad Habit, and this is the Twilight by UCANBE. Just stunning palettes. You guys will see both of those in the video. And if you guys are new here, I hope you will subscribe to my channel. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell right next to it so you'll be notified of all of my future uploads. And without further ado, you guys know the drill. Let's just get into this video. Alrighty, I'm going to start off with priming my eyes. As usual, I'm using the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre, and I'm just taking this on a Heavenly Luxe Dual Airbrush Concealer. This is actually my favorite. It is from It Cosmetics, if I didn't say that before. I'm just taking this anywhere where I'm basically planning on putting eyeshadow, making sure that I get in the corner and all the way up to the brow and all the way out to the end. I'm having so much fun with these cut creases, and I'm telling you, it just really kind of all depends on your eye shape as far as which shape you like your cut crease, if you like it more rounded or more winged out. You just kind of got to play with the shape. I'm going to take just some cheap translucent powder that I got for this step. This is a F60. It's just a flat paddle brush. And I'm going to just set this primer. You want to make sure that you get a good coat and that it's really set, because if the primer is still damp or sticky and your eyeshadow gets on there, that can be one of the causes for patchy. And we all hate patchy eyeshadow because patchy eyeshadow just does not blend out. All right, guys, so I'm going to be using a few different palettes today. I have so many of these affordable palettes, so many that I'm going to do an entire video just on affordable palettes. That's probably going to be my next one, but gonna dip into a few of them today because I'm anxious to use them, and I just got the Natasha Denona ones yesterday. I got both the Sunset and the Gold palette, so it's really hard for me not to just like dip into them right away, but I had already planned to do some of these affordable palettes, so that's what we're gonna do today. And the first one I'm going to be using is this one. This is Twilight UCANBE. This is a Huda Beauty Sunset dupe, and the colors in here are just beautiful. And I'm going to start with drawing my fake crease, and I'm going to jump into this shade right here, which is Saffron. And I'm going to take this on this is a Sephora Pro 207. It's a angular flat side on one and a smoky shader rounded on the other. And I'm going to look straight ahead, and right at that hood of my eye, that little skin fold that folds over my eyelid, I'm going to just mark a little mark right here as sort of an outline on where to draw my fake crease. So now it will look something like this. You will have them both kind of mapped out. If you guys remember last week, I used this. This is a little shadow shield, and I use this as a stencil tool for drawing my fake crease and also placing my colors, and this was absolutely perfect because it gave me that nice half moon semicircle perfect arc shape that I needed. So now I'm actually doing it freehand, so this little guy was a total game changer, which I would recommend for anybody who's new and struggles with figuring out where to place your crease or where to place the shades. This has just been an awesome little tool. So I'm going to pick up a little bit more of that, and I'm going to start to draw my crease. And I'm using the tip of the flat angular side, and I'm just going to kind of connect the dots. I'm going to basically follow the natural shape of my eye, if that makes any sense. So like the natural contour of the eye, and I'm going to follow along with the actual natural crease. And I put a little bit of the MAC Paint Pot on there. You can use concealer for this step as well. I'm just kind of cleaning it up with a little bit of that. Just kind of cleaning up underneath, trying to kind of straighten out the line. This is a really tiny detailed liner brush. This is an Anastasia number 3. And then you want to just kind of check your work. You want to kind of step away and you want to look at from a distance, and you want to make sure that when your eyes are open, you are seeing the fake crease that you draw, because that's where you're going to see your shadow. If you draw your crease in your natural crease, when you're looking straight ahead, you're not going to be able to see it, because people with hooded eyes, their natural crease disappears underneath the hood or skin fold that we have. So we want to draw the natural or the fake crease just about a couple of millimeters above the natural crease. And I just kind of followed the natural contour of my eye shape, if that makes any sense. Hopefully it does. So now that I have that done, now I am ready to jump into the fun part, putting in my shadows. And for that, I'm going to be using the Divine palette by Bad Habit, and it looks like this right here. Very, very stunning. I'm going to be using, for my first transition shade, I'm going to jump into this shade right here, Sacred. And I'm going to be taking this on a Sigma E40. It is a really large, fluffy blending brush. These shades are so completely chalky, and I mean, they're creamy, but they really have a lot of kickback. Like if you just like tip your brush in there, like all this powder like goes everywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to place this kind of above the crease. I've been kind of into packing on color lately and then kind of blending it out. So that's kind of what I've been doing a lot lately. I'm just going to take this really lightly. This is the shade that's going to kind of peek through all of the other colors, if you will. And I'm also kind of softening out the edge of that crease that I drew. I'm going to go ahead and deepen it up in a little bit, but kind of right now, I just want to soften it up so that we don't have the harsh line right there. All right, so now I'm going to be back into the Divine palette, and I'm going to take this shade right here. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, but it's this light purpley one, and I'm using the smoky shader. This is the Zoeva 234, and I'm just going to take a tiny bit on the end because there is a lot of kickback with this one. And I'm going to take this one kind of right into the crease. I'm going to hold it kind of at an upward angle, and I'm just going to start by placing it pretty much right on top of that fake crease that I drew. I'm just going to kind of pack in the color. I have been so into this lately, just kind of packing on the color before I kind of blend it out. Kind of get it packed in there into the crease, and with an upward motion, I'm just going to blend. All right, I'm just putting in my lower lash line. I realized I didn't get that in there. I'm just going to put back in some of these colors that I used up on top. All right, I want to kind of start bringing some of these shades here, some of these reds and pinks into the look for the halo eye that I'm going to do. This is a 234. It's a smoky shader, Zoeva. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this Turkish Delight and this Twilight color, kind of a reddish pink, and I'm going to kind of mix them together. This is kind of a risky move. I don't know what the end result's going to be. Oh, goodness. So I'm going to just kind of pack this color onto the outer lid right here first. So now I'm putting some up on in the inner corner, and now I'm going to kind of join them together in the middle. So I'm going to kind of start to bring in some of that into the crease. All right, I'm going to go into Blood Moon, which is this shade right here. It's a really pretty rose gold shade, and I'm going to take this. I've already spritzed this brush with some MAC Fix Plus, and I'm going to place this. Oh, wow, that's beautiful shade. I'm going to place this on the outer lid and in the inner corner. Also from this palette now, I'm going to dip into this really bright shade, which is this really bright gold shade. And I'm going to put that right into the center. Blend them together. Morphe 213 brush again. This is a really tiny shader, and I'm going to go into this black and a little bit of this deep saffron. It's kind of a reddish brown, and I'm going to just go right over, I call it the border between the shimmery shades and where the crease starts. So right in there, I'm just gonna be sealing papered, and then I like to flick it up. And you really want to make sure that you're really just working in small sections. It takes a while. I'm going to go into my beached bronzer. This is Sunkist. This is Urban Decay. And this is the 106 Zoeva powder brush. And I'm just going to bronze it up here. I have to hurry up because my phone's about to shut off. I am just adding this as an all-over bronzer. Give me some color here. And now I'm going to take this is part of the Zoeva Rose Gold set. This is the 127. This is the little cheek brush. And I'm going to dip into this little peach shade. This is Provocative. And I'm going to take a little bit of this. One is a matte and the other is kind of a shimmer shade. And I'm just going to add a little cheek color here. I'm going to add a little bit of highlight. My Cupid's bow, my nose. I literally like have to rush through this because literally like my phone's about to shut off. All right, now we are going to spray the face. And I'm using this Morphe setting spray because it's my favorite, and I'm getting my fan, and I'm gonna go ahead and spray. I cannot tell you how great that feels, you guys. Oh, that always feels so good. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Mwah.